Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Weyburn City Council, held here in the Council Chambers at 5 p.m. Monday, January 27th. Already 1 month has gone by in this year. Wow. Time flies, hey, Winston? Yeah. Approval of the minutes is the first order of business from the meeting held here, regular council meeting and strategic planning and priorities meeting held January 13th, 2020. Do we have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion, Your Worship, to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Second?
I'll second that, Your Worship.
All in favor? Carried unanimously. Be noted, Mr. Mickle is not here with us today. He has some hospital issues, so thoughts are with him here tonight. Mr. Warren, any additions to the agenda?
There's no additions, Your Worship, tonight.
Councillors? Okay. Public hearings, notices? None? Delegations, proclamations, and petitions. We have the road race delegation here. Mr. Rogers, if you would. You can outspeak me all the time here, a radio personality. You and Mr. Richards here.
Thank you, His Worship, and councillors. And yes, here with the road race committee, which was the Opportunity Road Race. A couple of things. First of all, name change is coming here. It's now going to be the Souris River Run, so that's exciting. And it was time for a change in name, and that's what we're going to go with. Had another tremendous year last year with a great attendance. We, of course, have people not only from Weyburn, but the surrounding region come and participate in the race. One big reason they participate is to help support the trails and the pathway systems in our community, to keep them up and help with the improvement. And this year we're able to raise an additional $5,000 donation that will go towards the trail. So after multiple years, I believe we're close to $15,000. This is by members of the public that want to see this money used towards again our trail system, Tattagua Trail System, and the River Park Trail System, and hopefully that this continues to grow and that this stays a priority within our city. We do again have a high attendance at this race. A lot of people care a lot, and again, I think the main focus beyond a healthy lifestyle is to support our beautiful pathway system. So, we do ask the city continue that as a high priority, and I know with future plans and plans in the city with expansion, would like to see that move forward, hopefully a little quicker than maybe it has in the last number of years. I know money going towards it has also helped with a number of projects over the past, and we're very happy about that. So, yeah, it was with, it's our pleasure again to make the donation of $5,000. We have a check, Your Worship. It's $3,000. $2,000 already has gone to the city and direct through the race. So the check amount today is $3,000. It's $5,000 total from this past race. Well, we are having the race once again on Father's Day this year, by the way, again.
Which is the date again?
June 21st, yeah.
Okay. That's very good. On Father's Day.
I should introduce our committee too, Vicki Lees, Angie Dunn, Lisa Vick, Tara Jacobson as well. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
We much appreciate the donation. So, okay. I thought the parks, who's in parks? Give it to our finance lady.
Thanks, you guys.
Yep.
Well, that was a very nice donation, and we greatly appreciate that. On to the reports of the standing committees. Police Commission. Mr. Van Betju.
Thank you, Your Worship. A regular meeting of the Weyburn Police Commission held in the Administrative Boardroom at 4 p.m. Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. The first item on the agenda was correspondence, and there was no correspondence. Mayor's report, comparing December 2019 to December 2018, sexual assaults were up 53.8%. Crimes against persons had decreased by 17.8%. Crimes against property had decreased by 9.7%. And total calls for service had decreased by 11.4%. Criminal code and traffic violations are down compared to 2018. The reporting system is causing some problems again, so the report is not totally accurate. This is the reports that they get from the RCMP. Accounts payable report and the bylaw report were both received and accepted. Unfinished business, as far as policy, Councillor Van Betju deferred discussion to the February meeting when all board members were present. In new business, a noise bylaw amendment for idling. Acting Chief Stafford submitted a request for Council to consider amending the City Noise Bylaw 2004-3027 for exemptions to the 20-minute idling requirement for emergency vehicles, which would include police, fire, and ambulance. This was tabled for the time being and would be sent on to administration. The CSO job duties, Acting Chief Stafford provided a summary of these duties. The board then went into camera for the balance of the meeting, and then the meeting was adjourned.
And it should be noted that we are still in the process of hiring a new chief of police.
Yes, that process is ongoing, and we are moving forward with it. So hopefully in the not too distant future, but no real timeline yet.
Very good. We will accept that one, be noted and received. Moving forward, consent agenda. Cash activity report and utility report for December 2019. Cash activity was reported was for December 19 also. Accounts receivable report for December 2019. Can we have one motion, please?
Your worship, I'll motion that the items on the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
Second?
I'll second that, your worship.
Discussion? All in favor? Carried unanimously. Accounts payable. Do we have a motion, please?
Your worship, I'd like to make a motion that the purchases in the amount of $2,332,747.92 from January 10th, 2020 to January 23rd, 2020 be approved.
Do you have a second?
I'll second that, your worship.
Discussion? None? All in favor? Carried unanimously. Board appointments, Parks and Leisure Service Commission. Mr. Warren?
Yes, Your Worship, so there's a request from the Leisure Services Department to add 3 individuals to the Leisure Services and Parks Commission. So first is David Hodgkins, then Ryan Frost, and the last person is Lori Schmidt. This would bring them to the 5 at-large members required for that board.
Do you have a motion?
Yeah, thanks, your worship. I make a motion that the following individuals be and hereby appointed to the Parks and Leisure Service Commission for the year 2020. Lori Schmidt, David Hodgkin, and Ryan Frost.
Second?
I'll second that, your worship.
Discussion? All in favor? Or submitted?
No, I'd just like to thank those 3 individuals for putting their name forward. It's great news that we've filled this committee, and again, thank you very much, and we look forward to meeting with you.
Good.
Lori had served on that board for a number of years, I know, but I don't recognize the other names. They familiar?
So Lori Schmidt is a long-serving member on the Parks Board, so
Yes.
she'll be moving from the Parks Board over to the newly developed
Okay.
Parks and Leisure Board. David Hodgkins is very involved with baseball in the community. I know he does challenger baseball in the
Okay.
community. And Ryan Frost is a part of the RCMP.
Okay.
And he's new to the community and wants to be a little more active in sport and recreation in the community.
Fantastic.
All in favor? Carried unanimously. Introduction of bylaws. Bylaw 2020-3407, the borrowing bylaw. Laura?
So this bylaw is to apply for a loan from MFC to borrow $15 million. I went out to all the other banks in the city, and this MFC had the lowest rate. Some declined to offer a rate. And so based on this, we've advertised for 2 weeks in the paper as we're required by the public notice policy bylaw, and I have not heard anything. Have you? I don't think Donna's heard anything back, no. So this will fund WRCC, and the loan will be paid back based on recreation revenue, property taxes, and through our reserves. That's it.
Do you have a motion, please?
Your worship, I have a motion that bylaw 2020-3407 for the purpose of creating a borrowing bylaw in the amount of $15 million be read a first time.
Second?
I'll second that, your worship.
Discussion?
I just have a question. Laura, MFC, who is that?
Oh, Municipal Financing Corporation of Saskatchewan.
So that's
So
actually
it's through the government.
Through the government.
Yeah.
Your worship, I'll make a motion that bylaw 2020
Just a minute, we have to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All in favor?
Apologies.
Carried unanimously. Go ahead.
That bylaw 2020-3407 for the purpose of creating a borrowing bylaw in the amount of $15 million be read a second time.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor? Carried unanimously.
Your worship, a motion that bylaw 2020-3407 for the purpose of creating a borrowing bylaw in the amount of $15 million be given 3 readings at this meeting.
Worship, I'll second that motion.
All in favor? Carried unanimously.
And your worship, a motion that bylaw 2020-3407 for the purpose of creating a borrowing bylaw in the amount of $15 million be read a third time and passed.
All in favor? Carried unanimously. There is no unfinished business. There's no new business. Inquiries and announcements. Mr. Richards.
Right. Thanks, Your Worship. Just wanted to make sure everybody was aware, and I know our local media has covered it, but thank you, and I'll just mention it again, that something I think is very cool, our Youth Council is going to do a fundraiser to raise money for kids' sport here in Weyburn. So a lot of fun. So we're going to take advantage of the new outdoor rink downtown. So on Family Day, Monday, February 17th, over lunch from 11:30 to 1:30, we invite everybody to come out, do a little bit of skating. We'll have a fire pit and some hot dogs on the barbecue and hot chocolate, all to raise money for kids' sport. And this is an initiative of our Youth Council, of which you'll be surprised to find out I participate in because I'm very young.
There we go.
Anyways, I would just encourage everybody to come out. Thank you.
Any other things? I have one thing here. Weyburn Lacrosse today contacted me. They're going to be doing a couple events. One of the things is that on Wednesday nights, Hague School, starting at 6 p.m., they have the 5 and under teaching for lacrosse, and then it moves into, I believe it's for half an hour or 3/4 an hour. Then they move into 8 and under, and then 12 and under, and they're starting. He was very excited about how they've been working with our Mr. Crow and there, Mr. Button, on getting some banners up also that they're going to unveil the rinks. And so it is they're very excited about how lacrosse is really growing, and they're looking forward to our new facility coming on so they can use it within there. So it's good to see the lacrosse is growing quite well in Weyburn here. Way to go with lacrosse. And they are hoping for, he had said that it's on Saskatchewan, they're going to put a bid in, or ask the city, we will soon be looking, that they want to have a very, it's either Western National or a national one, but it's going to be a Western one. They need a neutral city, and Weyburn was looked at for that, so they'll be addressing something to the city here in the near future for that, for a summer tournament in August, which would be very good. Anything else to people? There's no notice of motions, and with that, our meeting is very short here tonight. Thank everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next council meeting, but I will not be here. Mr. Bailey will be chairing the meeting at that point in time. There. And with that, move the meeting adjourned.